How's it going? David from Comic Book Investments. So, I just spent $10,000 on this collection. So let's go through it, kind of see what's worth. Maybe I spent too much, maybe I didn't. You tell me. Leave in the comments kind of like what you think that it could be worth. I'm pretty excited about this collection. It's very high grade. I'll give you that much of a hint. But before I show you this collection, if you could do me a favor, 80% of the people that watch this aren't subscribed to my channel. I'm trying to hit a goal of getting 1,000 subs by the end of this month. I'm around 700 and something. So that's kind of like my goal. So if you like this kind of stuff, please subscribe. If you hate this stuff, you don't need to subscribe. If you're already subscribed, thank you. Feel free to give me a like and a comment. And if you have any questions, I'll try to respond as best as I can. All right, let's get into it. Okay, so let's go through them. What did I get in? Here we go. Now, let me tell you, this is extremely high grade. This is probably a 9.0. This one, I'm thinking like a 9.2. Now again, I haven't taken these out. This one's probably like an 8.0. This one's a little lower, maybe mid-range. Let's see what this one is. Probably like a 7. So yeah, like all these Spider-Man are pretty high grade for the most part. This one's probably like a 7.5. Like I'm kind of going through them with you. Like I definitely checked them out and checked out the keys and stuff, but yeah. 430. Yeah, it's missing a few keys. But as it gets higher numbers, the run gets pretty much complete. I'm pretty sure. This is like a 9.2. I'm pretty sure off the top of my head, it's complete all the way 100 on up through, I think, goes up to 363. Yeah, this is probably like a 9.0 for this one, 46. Yeah, all really high grade. Maybe a 6.0. I'm not a fan of these Mylar things, I think, which is the bags and backboards are in, the Mylars. They're too, like, they look nice. They definitely look nice, but they're too stiff. And so when you're trying to put in, it's like a 9.0. Yeah, no number 50. But when you're trying to put in a book that's maybe has some chips or just anything, it like can catch the edge. And since it has no give because it's such like a hard plastic, it literally just tears it off. Tears off a piece, puts a tear in it or something like that. And yeah, that's why I'm not a fan. I get rid of these whenever I can. It's like, yeah, they look nice, but you're taking them in and out and things could go wrong. Plus it's stiffer, it's harder to get in compared to something that has a little more give is what I like. Normally I get my bags and backboards from BCW or BWC. But they've been so like behind and backlogged and stuff like that. I just went on Amazon and there's a company, I think it's called like Max Bags or something. And they're pretty good. I actually like them. They're about the same price as the other. Oh, this one's nice. This one's a 9.4. Probably same price as the other company. But at Amazon, they come quicker. And yeah, that would be my dog. That's like a 9.2. Yeah, so they're getting a lot nicer as I get higher up. This is like a 9.2 range. Yeah, like it's probably 9.4. So yeah, this is a pretty good collection I got here. Yeah, stereo. Kingpin. I saw this cover. I think it was Spectacular Spider-Man Annual. I can't remember. I just looked at it the other day, and I just laughed because it says the guy's called the Slug, and it's like bigger than the Kingpin, more deadlier, a crime lord or something like that. And I just laughed, and he takes up like the entire cover, and I'm just thinking like that guy wouldn't be able to survive. The guy's probably like at least 3,000 to 4,000 pounds. Like he would have died of a heart attack a long, long time ago. Let alone he probably couldn't lift his body. I don't know his origin or anything. Maybe similar to the Blob, where he somehow can survive. But yeah. Human Torch. The Prowler, 78. Man, this is pretty. It's like a 5, maybe. Have you guys seen Todd McFarlane's Prowler before he did Spawn? Looks identical to Spawn. Identical. Like, it's crazy how close it looks. So I'm assuming, either Todd McFarlane had the idea of Spawn before he did the Prowler, or he did the Prowler and then, the idea of like what Spawn would at least look like kind of popped into his head. Oops. Schemer. Number 85. This one's like a 80. All right, this stack's getting pretty big here. I don't know, done fall. Okay. Now I'm not going to go through every single book all the way up to 363, but I'll start, after I get up to 100, I'll start picking out a few and we can go through them. Yeah, dang, this one's probably like a 9.6. Like I knew all these were really high grade before, and I kind of like wrote them down. I had a sheet. And I wrote them all down, but off the top of my head, I can't remember. So I kind of had a decent idea of what I had. Yeah, so basically the guy sent me this collection, and he mailed it to me, and then I went through it all. Took about 2 days to get all the pricing, get everything down. I kind of had I already knew kind of like what he had, and a rough estimate of what we were looking at to pay. Like, so we had an understanding, or it would just be a waste of time if he wanted, $20,000-$30,000. And I'm like, well, I've never paid that much for this. So we kind of had a rough idea of what we were going to pay. And all I had to do was just check out, make sure there's no coupons missing, pages missing, no restoration, none of that kind of stuff. And once everything checked out and I kind of had a rough idea of the grades, we finalized on a price. All right, so that's up to 100. Morbius. Morbius the Living Vampire. That's like 7.5. This one's 9, and this one was actually graded at one point, CBCS 9.4. So the person took it out probably to read it. This one's like a 9.6. So yeah, it just gets better as it gets higher up. Yeah, especially this black cover. Maybe a 9.2. Like the grades are more consistently nice the whole time. Yeah, so I'm pretty happy about this. You know, eventually, I'll start finalizing what I'm going to do with each one and which ones I'm going to send and all that kind of stuff. And process all these. That's most of my days spent like processing orders and processing things coming in. Working on deals. I'm working on a pretty big deal right now. Might have to fly far, far away, which I really don't like flying. This is 9.4. Was once graded 9.4. But yeah, so I'm working on a pretty big deal, which will be nice. Yeah, normally I just have people just mail me their stuff and I go over it kind of like I spoke earlier. But this one's pretty big, so they're not going to mail it. So probably what I'll do is I'll go down, check it all out after I get a bunch of information beforehand, kind of work on a deal before I waste time and money to fly. And then what I'll do is, this is pretty nice. Work on a price, and then let's go there, make sure everything's good. Then I'll mail it back to myself. Yeah, this one collection I got was, what was it? It was years ago. It was, I don't know how many long boxes. They're all in short boxes, though. A lot of them were in short boxes, a few long boxes. I think it was like 40 or 60, no, 72. That's what it was, 72 short boxes, a few long boxes as well, but 72 boxes. That's pretty nice. This is like probably in the 9, there's a little stain. Yeah, it was all, went, checked it out in Florida, all looked good. The guy we were working with arranged like a shipping company and just freighted it over there. And then, a week later or so, at my doorstep was just, dang, this is nice. It's 9.6, maybe 9.8. At my doorstep was just a bunch of comics. Yep, and then pretty much, it took me a while to get through them all, but eventually I did. I still technically have some from then. I wish I would have had them. I had like 100 She-Hulk ones, Savage She-Hulk ones. And then I had like literally like 100 Eternals sets, like 1 through, what do they go to, 17 or something like that? 18, 19? Complete. Just this ton, so much. It was all Marvel Bronze Age. Just, Hero for Hire, a run of like 10 of number ones. Here is Punisher. And it's lower grade. But yeah, that collection was insane. And I kept a few back. Like I literally had a short box full of Dazzler number ones. And it's like I sold a bunch of them, and then like I put a bunch back. Not some of them I did on purpose. Like Nova number 1, I held a bunch back because I'm like, oh, he's gonna come out soon, and then I forgot about it. And then recently I remembered, so we sent a bunch to get graded. But yeah, the whole collection was anywhere from that, low end would be an 8.0, high end 9.8, with the average grade probably in the 9.2 to 9.4. But yeah, that was insane collection. I think I paid I want to say like 28,000, 29,000 for it all. There was actually a second part, but the guy never ended up wanting to sell us the second half. But yeah, I spent like 29,000 or something like that. It was years ago. It's hard to remember. All right, now I'm just gonna pick out some cooler ones. Okay, let's look for. We gotta have the 94. I'll do this little run right here. First Hobgoblin. Put those there. Yeah, like these, like all these, and the 200s are all going to be in 9.4 to 9.8. Most probably, yeah, somewhere around there. Another Hobgoblin. And there are some duplicates in there. So like this one. I need to move this. This stack's getting too big. But yeah, overall, it's gonna take some time to go through and process this stuff to see which one is worth sending. That's kind of like, that takes a long time. Basically, I have to see if it's even worth sending. And so it's like, I pretty much have to look up each and every single one. And then Spider-Man 252. Let's go for a few here. Yeah, but the rest is complete. I have all the other ones in between these issues. Spider-Man 300. 301. Oops, wrong one. Cool cover. Let's look at this one is probably like a 9.4, 9.6. But yeah, so I'll end it there. Yeah, I hope you like this kind of stuff. Like I said, if you please can subscribe if you enjoy my content. And yeah, thanks.